Hello, good afternoon. It's your girl Bello Joanne Elizabeth from Usman TV, where conversation comes to life. We are live at Ikeja City Mall. We are going about asking people their opinion about the minimum wage in Nigeria. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Thank you. What do you think about the minimum wage agreement between the government and the LC?
Well, personally, I feel like I'm indifferent because talking about minimum wage, if the government, increase it from what it used to be, I believe there will be inflation. Imagine, and the effect is just going to be on the, SMEs. Somebody that has like 60K, skyrocket their salary down to 250. At the end of the day, it's going to have an impact on the, product and service that people render.
Okay.
So definitely, let's say you are selling a good for like 10,000 naira before. For you to pay somebody any 250, you have to there's going to be like 10 times increments on it.
Yes.
And that is not good for the economy.
It's not good.
Yeah, so for me personally, I'm indifferent. I don't think 250 or whatever price you ask, I don't think it's a reality.
Do you think the Labour Congress did not fight hard enough for the increments?
Well, like we have seen, I don't think they are fighting well enough.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think they are fighting.
Strike and
No, I don't think they
shut
are
down.
fighting well enough. And another thing is that, sincerely, I feel like they are not really. I'm careful to use the word reasonable
Okay.
for the kind of thing they are asking of.
Why do
Because
you say so?
yes, because I believe, for me, I don't think minimum wage is the problem.
Okay.
I think I will call it a living wage.
Living
If there is a
wage.
way the government can subsidize the price of maybe basic amenities like shelter, like clothing, like food, I don't think we're talking about minimum wage here.
What do you think the minimum wage amount should be and why?
Yeah, minimum wage amount should be dependent on the price of, the commodities, the basic amenities that we have.
Wow.
So if I'm going to give a
Specific
price
amount.
to it, let's say 100K, 150K.
It's okay.
Yes, it's fine.
Wow. In your opinion, what do you think the government should do to prevent citizens from asking for more increments in the future?
Stick to their promises,
Okay.
provide a solution where there's not going to be too much gap between the rich and the poor, so that everybody can just relate. You can get those basic things that you need for life.
What do you think about the minimum wage agreement between the government and the LC?
They've not reached an agreement, have they?
They have now. Are you not seeing
In
the news?
principle,
Now 62.
62,000 naira.
Now you've not heard. It's
Well,
all over the internet.
I think 62,000 naira minimum wage may be fair. First, I think it will provide a hedge against inflation
Okay.
ordinarily. So, 100% increase, I think, is a good start.
Okay.
And then I think as the productivity of labor increases,
Okay.
then there can be further grounds to increase minimum wage.
Okay.
Because think about it, once there's so much cash in circulation,
Okay.
what happens is the prices of things naturally go up. So if you are increasing minimum wage from 30 to 60,000, anyone who is currently earning 400,000 also has to experience an increase.
Yes.
And then you also want to ask, how much is the government earning? What's the returns to the government? So we need to cascade all of this down to taxes and all of those things. So the tax net needs to be widened, and Nigerians willing to pay their taxes. So it's quite a lot. But I think 62,000 is a first start.
So do you think the Labour Congress did not fight hard enough for the increment?
I do not even think this is about a fight. I think over the years, the labor unions have betrayed the interest of Nigerian labor. Yes, over the years, you see labor, take out on a strike, and then they call off the strike, and the next thing, the whole thing just dies down, and you're wondering exactly what's going on,
Okay.
right? So when people are forced to face difficulties
Okay.
for a week, for 3 days, and that difficulty does not result into something tangible for them, there will not be further trust in labor. So I do not think it's all about the price. I think it's about trust.
Trust.
This particular leadership is maybe trying to earn the trust of the people back
Wow.
by
You
showing that
think-
they are serious about what they're saying.
What do you think the minimum wage amount should be and why? In your opinion?
To be honest, I have no idea what the minimum wage amount should be.
Okay.
But if you're calculating minimum wage, it should not necessarily be about living wage.
Okay.
Living wage is different from minimum wage.
Okay.
Minimum wage is the minimum any
Okay.
decent person should be paid.
Okay. Even the cleaners and
As you add value to yourself, you can earn more than the minimum wage.
okay.
So I I do not have any idea what I would peg a minimum wage to be.
Okay.
So, because you find the arguments are between two different concepts, minimum wage and living wage.
Okay.
And what the Labour Party is asking, no, the Labour Union is asking, is actually for living wage, not minimum wage.
Wow. Really?
It's living wage. Because when you look at the document, oh, healthcare costs this, this costs this, that is living wage. Minimum wage is the minimum amount a decent person should earn for services rendered in a given month.
Okay.
So I'm not sure I can tell what the minimum wage should be. I think that is it's a function of fair market value.
What do you think the government should do to prevent citizens from asking for more increments in the future?
I don't think that's ever going to stop. It's a given.
So it's not
Human nature always wants more.
okay.
I mean, where you work, would you not want to earn more?
Of course,
Exactly. So Labour is definitely going to ask for more from time to time.
Okay.
But I think if people are earning what is decent for the standard of living in the economy, I think no one will have an issue.
What do you think about the minimum wage agreement between the government and the LC?
I think the amount they agreed on is too low.
It's too low. Why?
I don't think it's enough for a family or even an individual to survive or be comfortable in Nigeria.
I think the Labour Congress did not fight hard enough for the increments.
I don't think so. I think this strike only lasted like 3 days or less. I don't remember.
So you think the strike should have gone on?
Yeah, they should have made the strike longer.
Really?
Yeah.
But have you forgotten that things were shut down? Like no electricity, there was nothing operating during that time. Are you okay with it?
Yeah, I think most people I know, they were okay with it as long as the minimum wage was.
So what do you think the minimum wage amount should be and why? Now you said the 62,000 is not enough. What do you think the amount should be?
I think 150K.
150K. Why?
I think it's still small, but like at least one can live comfortably and save.
In your opinion, what do you think the government should do to prevent citizens from asking for more increments in the future?
Like, what can they do? I don't know.
Like creating of employment now.
Yeah, I think
Investing on agriculture.
Mm.
So,
Yeah,
what do you think about the minimum wage agreement between the government and the LC?
Okay, my opinion here is I think the 62,000 is too small,
Why?
because if you check very well, the country is kind of hard, and 62,000 naira cannot even get you a 3 square meal, a good 3 square meal. So how do you expect Nigerians to survive on this 62,000 naira and still do other things like help their family, establish a business with this 62,000 naira getting monthly? So I don't think it's okay for Nigerians.
Do you think the Labour Congress did not fight hard enough for the increments?
I think the Labour Congress actually tried their best, but you know our government, they are just stubborn.
Oh,
Yeah, that's my own opinion.
they tried.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
tried. What do you think the minimum wage amount should be and why? Because you said the 62,000 is not okay. So what do you think it should be?
I cannot give you a precise amount, but at least it should be over 150,000.
150,000.
Yes.
Why?
You know, I'm actually struggling too.
Okay.
I'm a Nigerian. I know how the country is, and you cannot just wake up every day, eat, sleep, repeat. You need to do something. Maybe establish a business, have plans for yourself, and you know how much is a petrol of beans now? It's just 8,000 naira.
It's 1,000.
Yeah, so it's too much. I think we should get like maybe above 150,000 naira.
For the minimum
Yeah,
wage.
so Nigerians can live a good life.
Opinion. What do you think the government should do to prevent Nigerian citizens from asking more of increment in the future?
Employment.
Employment.
Yes.
Just that?
Yes.
Welcome back. It's your girl Bello Joanne Elizabeth from Usman TV, where conversation comes to life. We've all had people's opinion about the minimum wage. Drop your own opinion on the comment section. Follow us on Facebook and download our Usman app on Play Store and Apple Store. Thank you.